And then my last question, this is a bit of a sensitive topic. Were you arranged married?
Yes, it was arranged marriage.
Can I ask you, so what do you think about the concept of arranged marriage? We had a really wonderful discussion with Arjun about it today. For me, I'll tell you a little bit of my background. So I'm married for 10 years. I have 4 kids with my wife, not arranged marriage. We met kind of in the organic way, let's say. And growing up in the Western part of the world, like I mostly grew up in Canada, I thought arranged marriage was an archaic and sort of antiquated philosophy. But what I'm seeing now in the Western world is that we have a pretty significant moral collapse, is that there's a lot of chaos that people experience in their personal lives, and that personal chaos always overrides anything they can possibly do in business. So I've actually kind of become a little different on this. I kind of look at it going, what a great social structure, for people to have stability, to have predictability, and not make a crazy emotional decision, but consider other factors as well, like, the other person's character, their ability to manage things like finances and their home and their professional life. Like there's a lot of very fascinating, positive things I see in that now. But let me ask you, what is your philosophy on that? And then I want to augment that with a second question, which is, how has that marriage, how has your wife impacted you in your business life?
Yes. You have asked a very, sensitive question, but then I would like to answer that. Basically, the relationship, husband and wife, basically we are born for, it's complementary to each other. What is lacking, the other person supports. And I had a philosophy when I had, the philosophy that, we have to grow with the family. It's not, if I wanted to pursue my own career, I could have gone and got a job anywhere in the world, and I could have lived a happy life. But that was not my, intention. I wanted to I wanted to grow with my family, and my wife too supported me in this mission. When I had, the first day when I had a discussion with my wife, I expressed this to my wife that, we have to grow together and we have to live together as a family. And she supported me like anything on that mission. So, and that was because, again, she grew up from a, business family where their fathers and their uncles were all together, and they were, in business, if we have to succeed, you have to have, either you have to be big, or if you are small, you have to get united together, then you can become big. So this is my mantra in business. So, and again, my wife, there is a misconception about, arranged marriage and, the way the Western, people decide on the marriage. See, when you trust someone, the other person also trusts on you, has the equally same trust on you. Both principles are going together, and the life goes very, very, very good. I think what I want to say here is the people have to have, trusted mind between the husband and wife, and then they grow a family, and the family grows community, and that is what I think. It's not just living in this world, but it's something, creating a history in this world is very important. At least you should leave a footpath in this, earth before we go to this, we go from this world. So that is what I aspire, and that's what I pursue in my life.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. Again, I want to just address the viewers for a second. Business can be pretty chaotic. Fires happen, not necessarily physical fires, but fires happen. And the stress, I can't, but I would like to know the stress of running a $100 million family enterprise. I aspire to experience the levels of stress that you enjoy, and the levels of chaos that brings. But when you're out there conquering the world, and you're faced with the chaos and the competition of conquering the world, you can't afford to have chaos at home. You can't afford to be putting out a fire in the house and outside the house. And every single successful man that we've sat down with has always said the same thing. My wife supports me. My wife has always supported me. My wife is behind me, and she makes my life a little bit easier, perhaps. And I think it's interesting in your case as well, because, the marriage had a strategic aspect to it also with your wife's family background, that she had an understanding going in of perhaps, maybe not all, but most of the, or some of the things to expect going forward.